Good afternoon, pigs. Don't you like when you open a video up and you just see that I delivered on the thumbnail immediately? Isn't that nice? So legitimately took delivery of 70 Teslas. Justin here will explain how and why he did all of that. He owns EV Access, which is a rental car company in Arizona that primarily operates on managing vehicle fleets. So I'll have their information linked in the description. Definitely worth reaching out to him if you want to be able to own a Tesla and have it be managed for you and potentially make money on it. And so I'll have all that information linked in the description. The other thing we're going to do today is I just recently got Unplugged Performance's luxury suspension, shock, and dual rate spring set. So I'm going to be driving a brand new 23 Model Y on the 19-inch wheels, just like I have, to compare the comfort suspension to the luxury suspension to see if the newer Model Ys still need that because of suffering from a stiff suspension. So we're going to test all of that out. Look at this Tesla. So these are all standard ranges, correct?
Yeah, these are all standard ranges. The Ys are long range, so this is a Y.
Okay.
I believe it's 2023. I mean, it's delivered December 31st.
I guess let's see. Let's check the VIN.
As close to 2024 as possible. And
okay, here we go. Hankook. All right, tires on these. Hankook Ventus S1 all seasons.
Oh, and also they vary on every car. That's a Michelin right there next door.
Oh, yeah,
There's
look at
no
that.
consistency on what tires they put on the cars whatsoever. Westlakes I've seen.
You've seen Westlakes on these?
Just it's whatever.
What?
I've been told it's whatever. If they're like short on tires, they'll just put what they have.
That's insane. So we have the Goodyears on the 20s. That's consistent.
The Continentals, yep, that's pretty good.
Yep, these are the 19-inch wheels.
Yeah.
I can't believe there's Westlakes on them. That's
I think I've seen like, I don't know, there's varying brands, I guess.
interesting. So
This
if you
car
guys,
came brand new with paint on its rim.
my God. All right, let's test it.
It comes off.
Okay, it does come off. But yeah, like, could you not clean it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was
White interior
all
on that one.
End of year deliveries from Tesla on this side. It's crazy order this many cars in like 4 days.
Yeah, so how are these all delivered? Like, did you have to go to the store and get each one?
So it's a mixture. So like 40 of them were in one big fleet order. Half those they delivered to us. They just drove them individually. Half of them we had to like get Ubers, get 5 guys driving back. The other ones are all across individual Tesla accounts. So like one guy comes to us and say, hey, I want to get a Tesla Model 3. We'll get his power of attorney. We'll go to Tesla and pick him up one-off. There is probably like 20 of those set up like that. So those are all one-off deliveries. We have to go sign papers individually every single time. Versus the fleet order, we sign one big, fleet order, sign all the documents, and you just pick them up as you go.
Jeez. Yeah, it's interesting to see a bunch of delivered cars and all of the, if there's anything wrong with them. I've always said lately, the build quality on the 3 and Y is really solid. The S more than anything, and then potentially the X. I haven't seen enough X's. And it's also funny, people will be like, oh yeah, Tesla has bad build quality, and it's like they own one. But then when you have 70 side by side and you look at all of them, it's pretty tight. I mean, so you have like 150 Teslas in your fleet.
Yep.
What's the number, let's say the top 2 things that you see that are wrong?
Oof. Probably one for the Model Y we notice every single time. I've gotten the explanation from Tesla for this a couple times.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can unlock it. The motor on the trunk is right there.
Okay.
So that when you see that big gap in spacing that you see, it appears over time, that's from the motor torquing. So that happens all the time because there's not a motor on each side. There's only a motor on one side. So that's pretty common. B panels on specifically the Model 3s, because if you look, that little piece sticks out, so the renters will bump into it and they'll pop the panel off.
Oh, that white piece.
That little B
okay.
panel. So that's like the seat's too far back, and a larger person will just slam themselves back. They'll catch themselves on that and pop the whole panel off.
Interesting.
Those panel clips are plastic at production, metal on replacement.
Huh.
So like once it gets fixed once, it doesn't really happen very often. But that's a pretty common thing I've noticed.
Yeah, see, this information is so much better from someone that sees lots of Teslas as opposed to...
The middle console actually breaks more often than you think. I think that's from as an owner, you don't open it and close it that much, but the sliding piece gets stuck.
I need to take a pause right here to talk about my Into the AM t-shirt in olive green. This is one of their basic tees, and you get them at intotheam.com. I have also done collaborations with them with the Electric Desert t-shirt and the Electric Escape vintage tee, which I helped them design. You can even see a rocket ship taking off in the distance. They are extremely comfortable and fit really well, and I highly recommend them. Also, for the colder weather we're having right now, I recommend their basic magnetic hoodies, which I love wearing. Don't I look beautiful? When you are checking out, use code Gjeebs and save 10% in addition to any sale that they currently have going on. Into the AM's been a great partner on the channel. I know a lot of you guys love their shirts. You can even get a 6-pack of basic tees, and it breaks down to like $14 per t-shirt after the discount. So I'll have them linked in the description. Into the AM, thank you for sponsoring this video.
Like it like just will stay open or stay closed.
So, and is that, you mean like the clicking part, or what?
Yeah, I'll show you. There's like a small clip that
Okay, so
holds
this piece breaks
place.
not, okay.
Yeah, and like I've never seen it on one of my personal cars, but I think rentals, you know, the first time you get in a car, you're trying to figure everything out. So this gets opened every trip. Versus if you drive it, you don't open it very often, or you just keep it open.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When this gets broken though, they have to replace the whole thing under warranty.
Geez.
So that's like, that's not like a top 5 thing, but it's probably up there of annoying things. But this is the most common. Like I know how to fix it now.
Yeah.
There's all these clips in here. You can pop them out, pop them back in, especially on the Uber drivers. That's where you see like the high wear and tear on that. This is usually pretty sturdy.
Yeah, and it's just magnetic now. So.
No, it's not.
Oh, that one's not on the Model 3.
Only on the Model Y. Yeah, and I noticed, so on one of these Model Ys, we could probably check the VIN on it, see if it adds up, but one of the Model Ys had plastic again on that bottom trim. You know what I'm talking about? How they made it so it was like that weird carpet that nobody really liked.
Yeah.
They switched it back on one of these.
Yeah, so people complained about their dog's hair, and I said just get rid of the dog.
Fremont,
I don't know what
or
the
is
issue.
this a
Fremont.
This is a Fremont.
Okay.
So I think it's if it's a Fremont, it still has the plastic right here. So I didn't even know they were making Ys in Fremont still.
Oh.
I didn't even recognize that.
So interesting. So they went back.
So
yeah,
like it's still carpet back here. Like in this area, like when they changed that at the same time. So this is still carpet, but that little like weird rubber material they had there, it's still like on the Austins, but the Fremonts it's not. And it's not a magnet clip in the middle, I don't think. I'm fairly
So magnet clip must be Austin. It's Austin 4680s.
See? Still has that.
Interesting.
And this is, I mean, this got 500 miles, I guess. It already went out one time.
Yeah.
So
it's brand new. Yeah, so some interesting difference, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure 4680 production is only happening in Austin. Those models have that carpet in the front.
Yep.
They also have the magnetic center console armrests. And the Fremont Model Ys, the 23 that you just took delivery of, the last one he took delivery of, still has the clip in the middle. So these are the weird things that Tesla does. It's like you order, like if you order a BMW X3, whether it's an X3 that's made, I don't know if they're all made in Spartanburg or one that comes from Germany, they're all gonna be like the same thing. So it's just these funny little differences between models that just take some getting used to. But that's why I'm here to give you this breaking
the other weird part,
information.
buying fleet, they don't all come with covers.
Really?
I don't know if that's just like a Tesla panicking to get car orders in time.
Yeah.
But how they came is how we don't, unless they have them in their trunk right now. Like a couple of them did. Like a couple of them didn't have the packages for the license plate, didn't have the rear screws and stuff, so we had to go find those.
Okay, so they still come
That's
with
still
the J1772 rear plate. They don't, so you don't get a charger. You don't get floor mats because they're all standard ranges.
Don't get floor mats.
Jeez. To those of you at home that need floor mats, I have a discount code in the description for 3D Mats USA. Check them out. I think those are personally the best ones you can get. But for doing a fleet like this, you don't need to get a mat that's that expensive. But in my opinion, those are the best ones to get. They stick the best and have the best fitment. So check those out.
You have 2 Rivians come in.
Yeah, the Rivians will be cool.
Still somehow delayed. I don't understand how they're still.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're delayed because I was able to just get one out of inventory but
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't an inventory order. I think it's part of the issue.
Oh, okay.
Delay.
Yeah, so if you guys want to rent any of these cars or get in contact with Justin again, I'll have his stuff linked in the description so you can check them out. It's an insane operation you have going here. Just cool to be able to see the newest ones and be able to show you guys what the differences are, drive them, and then we're gonna take this Model Y for a spin here shortly to see if we can feel any difference between my suspension and the new Comfort suspension.
Fremont.
Honestly, I think a lot of what's been improved is the sound deadening in the car is much better now.
Yep.
Like those carpet, like that shelf that comes in the back, all of that adds up to the car feeling like it rides better. Okay. So we'll see.
That's all the inconsistencies, I guess.
Yeah.
It must be an Austin Fremont thing, but like, why are they producing a long range?
Yeah, so to show you guys what we're talking about here, here's this carpet. So that was just plastic in the one that was coming from Fremont, and then this here, magnetic. There's no clip there. I personally like the magnetic one better.
Same, I think it's nicer. I was upset when I got mine. I
could care less what this is. I mean, I don't really know that it matters, but yeah, it's weird the differences between the cars.
You can tell it's an A.
Yeah,
It's a long
there's
range.
an A.
That's the part I thought would be only standard ranges, right?
Right.
But this is a long range.
You're right, it is a long range. So it's a long range Austin.
Yeah.
So they are building other
something
stealth
there.
there.
I
All
don't-
right, so
we
I
took
lied.
that
I
out.
just caught myself in a lie. Here's a blue Model 3. Here's a Lucid. If you want to take a Lucid out, EV6, take that out.
Yeah,
Model
just
S.
A lot of freaking gray Model 3s right now.
Yeah.
That was the free
the gray, the
option
free
right
color.
now. When you buy in fleet, you don't really pick out the colors per se.
Yeah.
You're just seeing VINs and prices, and you're not looking very closely.
Yeah.
And that's a renter cracking out Lucid windshield, which will USAA. Thank you for paying for this.
Thank you, USAA. We appreciate
Good
it.
company.
Built in Arizona.
Smaller version of the
Yeah,
Model
so
3
two
Performance.
of these i4 BMWs, i40 and i35, you can also get. These are gorgeous. eDrive 40, eDrive 35.
I think the 35 with the sports package is like the most attractive of the BMWs. I mean,
Yeah.
good looking cars.
No, they're gorgeous to drive. They're just slow.
Yeah, they're
You know.
not the fastest car in the world.
They look good.
But I mean that
It's a great
kidney
color.
grill. Yeah, that color combo looks great.
Yeah, M Sport package, the big red brakes.
You got those the Mach-E's over there, I guess too.
Yeah, Mach-E's and Vapor Blue. I've reviewed one of those. You guys have seen, but. All right, so we've kind of gone through all this. Let's take that Model Y out. Let's see if we can sense any difference, and then I'll hop back in my car, and we'll see how that is on the way home.
Let's do it.
Now, speaking of tires, I give you guys the best information I can, based on what I personally experience. Justin has a whole fleet of cars. So you just said that you're seeing 30 to 40,000 miles out of a tire.
It's not much higher than 40. I mean,
Okay.
you're thinking 30 would be kind of bad, but I've never seen a car make it to 45,000 miles.
I mean, even on the Michelins I had, they had about 27,000, but that was a Michelin Pilot Sport summer tire.
Yep.
So
you're driving it rough. These
yeah.
guys are in chill mode.
Yeah, these are all in chill mode.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what it is. As a private car, you're going to want a quiet, soft tire. I think the Hankook Ion Evos they just released are excellent. I also think the Bridgestone Turanza EV is an excellent tire. And then if you're looking for a cheaper tire that's also EV focused, Salem makes a tire, and that's currently what I have on my car. So there's options out there, but
You want to take the 19 or 20?
let's do 19 because I have 19s on mine. So we're gonna hop in this and see how it is. All right, so we're gonna go over this speed bump here, see how it is. Okay, that's definitely still stiffer
Still stiff.
than what I have. But here's what I'll say. Like I said, there's carpet in the door cards here. There's carpet all through the trunk. Does this trunk have a cover? No, the cover's not on the trunk. All of that stuff adds up to it being quieter in the cabin. So that all helps, and my car doesn't have that. It's very echoey and boomy in there.
Yeah, I mean, yours 2021?
2020. It's one of the first
2020.
ones.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gotten quieter. There was a big change in 2023, just
Yeah.
holistically.
For everyone that just bought a Model Y, it's not like you have to go out and get a new suspension. The suspension is fine. It's just if you're really searching for something that's much more comfortable. My suspension, it's just softer than this. Again, I think the tires have a lot to do with that. The other thing is if you want your car to be lower, I have dual rate springs on it. So the first little bit of travel in the springs is soft. After that, it stiffens up and you get that sportier feel. I'm actually surprised. I thought it was gonna be pretty similar, but it is softer in my Model Y. And I'll talk about that once I jump back in. But overall, the car feels solid. Like we were talking about the seats.
Well, I'm curious, because this is a Fremont, if it actually has the other suspension. Is it just the Austin, Texas? Because if you're thinking, if they haven't replaced the clips,
Yeah.
and there's the trim parts, you think they're consistently doing the suspension on all the new Model Ys there too?
That's a great point. Yeah, that's true. I guess I shouldn't be talking like I know 100% that this has the comfort suspension. It was just vaguely announced by Tesla that now they come with a comfort suspension, so I could be wrong as well.
Yeah, I mean, it says February 2023.
February 2023 is when they released it.
Yeah, so that's you'd have to think this would have it.
You'd have to think all of them have it.
Yeah, exactly. You hope so.
So what's the source on that? Let's list our sources.
Tesla Motor Club.
Tesla Motor Club.
That's an asterisk then.
Okay, yeah, asterisks. We don't.
That's an asterisk.
That's not a great source.
I also found on Tesla Wiki. No. Yeah.
we need Tesla.com. Yeah. Okay. So questionable source on this information, but that's okay.
March 1st, 2023. It says Model Y SUV is suspension upgrade this year ahead of what could be an actual facelift in 2024. This is Car Expert quoting Tesla. So you're thinking March,
Okay.
February 2023.
Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking this does have it. It's certainly not as stiff as it used to be, but in my opinion, more importantly, the sound deadening in other parts of the car are what makes this feel better. When you hit a bump, the NVH that happens in the car is much less.
There is another asterisk.
Okay, let's throw it in.
Comfort suspension will be featured on all Model Y performance models. It's unclear if the base, rear-wheel drive, or long-range Model Y will receive this upgrade.
So I just lied to my audience.
Well, I mean, I don't know. This is all asterisks at this point because
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't even know what my name is.
I mean, it's so hard because it says Model Y is currently built in Tesla Austin's Texas plant, whatever, but it's not clear that the non-performances have it. I wish you could tell in like the.
I wish,
You
yeah.
could just search in the car and figure out what part you have.
Yeah, I guess you could look up a VIN and then check the parts and compare it to 22 compared to a 23.
But this is definitely smoother than 2020s, 2021s, regardless. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever they've changed. I mean, because the older ones, I can tell a difference, a big difference.
That would be interesting if they did change it in the performance models. You have a 23 performance,
I
don't
do.
you?
Yeah.
So
I
maybe,
have a clip because I remember I got my car. It's like we got like 10 Austin Model Ys,
yeah.
and I recognized they changed the clip, and I was like, God dang it.
Let's jump in my Model Y and see how that feels. All right, so now we're in my Model Y. I'm gonna have Justin drive it. What'd you just say about these 3D floor mats, by the way?
I mean, they're very well fitted. I mean, this is what I would get, not as a rental car, but in a personal car, because the flap on your Model Y ones will always lean back on the carpet,
Yeah.
and this doesn't happen, so you opt to just regular rubber ones. But
Yeah, I have the rubber one back here. This is the
Okay.
premium version. It's all carpeted, these are very
and
nice.
you don't have dogs, do you?
I do.
You do.
I have a little poodle.
Oh, that's why it doesn't shed.
Yeah.
Okay, let's figure this
Anyways.
out. So this is the most custom Model Y I've ever been in my life at this point.
Yeah.
It's half BMW, half Tesla.
Yeah, so we have rear camber arms, which
Okay.
take out the negative camber, more even tire wear. We have...
And that's in the suspension aspect you're saying?
Yep, that's
Okay.
in the back. We have luxury shocks with dual rate springs, and it's lowered about 3/4 of an inch.
Does it make a difference if you're on driving settings for steering with this?
Just whatever the car has set, and I also have the acceleration boost.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Oh, because it takes away standard, it just makes it sport.
yeah, sport. Yeah, which it should be chill standard. Is it normal or standard?
It goes chill,
Goes straight to
standard,
that speed bump.
and then
and
it
it
should
should be sport.
keep the middle one, right? And
Yeah, it doesn't,
Yeah.
which is annoying.
I think the Model Y Performance has all three, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think you
Yeah.
have more. And you have track modes. It has
Which
I
I
think
don't
better
even know.
battery cooling too.
Don't even know how to use it.
Yeah.
Never used it once in my life.
All right, so here we go over this bump.
What, you going like 11 miles per hour last time?
That didn't feel actually as soft.
You can feel it smoother right here. I think that bump's just a freaking big
Yeah.
bump too.
I was expecting more the throw. Like
cushion?
go over this. Maybe I went over it slower. Right there. See how
Yeah.
there's extra bounce in it? You're right.
100%.
Over the cracks is where you can immediately tell. There's just less of a hit.
Yeah, 100%. So when you take turn sharper with this, can you feel the difference? Or is
Yeah,
it
a little bit. It's more like if you floor it, feel how the car sits back more.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
And then we hit these bumps and I'll let you talk. I'm not trying to convince you either way.
Yeah, no, I mean, the first bump can't really tell a difference, but
Yeah.
I think that's just a big bump.
Yeah.
Because when we hit it with the BMW too, I was like,
Yeah.
it's a nasty bump. So I have to drive like a normal person.
Yeah.
Someone else's car.
Yeah.
can't
No, I don't
crash
care. It
this
literally
guy.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, so this is performance boost. You can't tell much of a difference for performance.
Right.
Like my Model Y, if I sat in this, I would have no idea.
Yeah, this is 4.2 to 60 now. So as opposed to 4.8, you're 3.5.
But you can't tell a difference.
Yeah, I can tell a difference when I got the boost because after 30 miles an hour, the old one started to drop off. This still pulls really hard.
Okay.
So the boost does make a difference.
Well, I'm saying between performance, like yours to mine, I mean,
yeah,
I would rather have the smaller tires because I can't rotate my tires.
because you have a staggered
I
setup.
have a staggered setup, and that makes it so it's so expensive for tires. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
We have cars. I'm not like a car guy like that. I don't want to have to go replace tires every 20,000 miles.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely. I could feel it when you went over that bump. Like kind of like bounced out a little bit.
Yeah, there's just a little more. And I have these. So these shocks can be set from setting 0, the softest,
Okay.
all the way up to 30. The engineer who developed them said anywhere between 0 and 20, the car will be happy. I have it on a setting 12.
So you could be softer.
I could be softer if I wanted
just
to
less
go.
performance if you get softer.
Yeah, you get the car starts to really like go like a boat. Like you floor it and it's like you're sitting back like a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
So I wanted to still have some sportiness to it, and I achieved that. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, no, it's smooth.
I'll even say when I had my 20s on it and the unplugged wheels, which I don't know if I've showed you those yet, but when I have those wheels in the hand-cooked tires,
Yep.
I think it actually rides smoother because the tire feels softer than this tire.
Okay.
So there's so many factors in all of it. Just hopping out of these two cars.
You can tell this one's definitely better, like on this road right here.
Yes.
100%. You can, I mean,
Just the little rivets that you kind of brace for in a Tesla,
you just don't
this
really
eats it
see
up.
Yeah.
Speed bump, maybe not the best examples.
But you could, like right there, on the bricks.
Yeah.
That's where you notice it a lot. Because that's like, I can feel that in my car.
Yeah, it feels more expensive, like over these type of, I mean, most roads are imperfect, so.
Yeah. You're not gonna.
Yeah, I don't know. For the shocks are $1,000 and the springs are $400. So for about $1,500, that's not that much to get something that you can adapt.
And that's after install?
No, installs more.
Okay.
So yeah, it gets up there once you do it. So if you don't put it in yourself,
Okay.
if that was with install, that'd be a really
Yeah, I was gonna
crazy
say,
deal.
That's a not bad deal.
No brainer. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that feedback. And Justin, thank you for letting me take delivery of 70 Teslas with you today.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Ben pretty much just shows up here and say, hey, do you guys have the new BMWs? Can I take that out? And that's kind of the unspoken deal. He kind of just.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get a couple more reviews. I think we want to do the Lucid.
Yeah, we're gonna do the Lucid, the BMWs,
Yep.
the F-150s compared to the Rivian.
Yep.
That'll be good. You'll have a Rivian R1T and R1S, so if you guys want to rent one of those, they will have that in their fleet. And just so you all know, like, Justin did not pay me to do this or anything like that. I found him naturally. I paid for my own Model Y rental when I showed the standard range a while ago. And that's how I found him and found his business. So this is like a very organic, like, it just worked out. I make videos, you have a bunch of cars, and
Google search. That was the.
yeah, Google.
I think
Google
it's how
brought
he
us
found
together.
us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually found us on our old website domain. Because
Yeah.
in the first video, he called us Arizona Tesla Rentals, which was like our name in 2020.
Well, then the other problem is I went to rent from Hertz. And I was like, hey, I just showing up, I rented a Model Y. They're like, yeah, we don't have one. The benefit of coming to him is whatever you rent, you will have here.
Yeah,
You'll actually have it.
We do VIN assigned reservations versus class assigned. So that if you book a Model 3, you have the second you pay for it, you have a car assigned to you versus Hertz does class assigned. So, you've booked a Model 3. Hopefully when you get there, there's a car there, right? They do an overbooking estimate because some people don't show up.
Yeah. And you're near the airport. Do you do airport drop off? Or what do you guys do?
It's we always tell people it's honestly easier to come here just how the Phoenix airport's laid out.
Yeah, it's busy.
It's like $120 for airport delivery. We do it, but I would say after people who experience both options, most people prefer just come to our office. It's easier, especially if they're a first-time user. They can figure out how to drive whatever car they're using. As you know, Teslas aren't like a plug-and-play type drive.
Yeah.
There's a
if
slight learning curve.
And you're out of the business at the airport, you can kind of relax here and they'll walk you through it. So
Yep, you don't have to go walk through 2 miles of parking lots trying to find your car.
Yeah.
The Phoenix airport's just a mess.
Yeah, so if you guys are flying into Phoenix or you're in Phoenix, you want to try a different electric vehicle or whatever they have in their fleet, I'll have that linked in the description. And then also if you want to put a car in his fleet, I think there's a benefit to that too. If you're getting a new Model 3 coming up, for example, and it's paid off, you can give Justin your old Model 3 and that could potentially pay for...
Yeah, I think the happiest people we have like give or take of 100 of our 80 cars, about 160 of them are managed cars. The most common success is someone who's trading their car in because you don't have to lose your trade-in value. Like if you go trade your Tesla into Tesla, you're going to absolutely
They give you $12.
Demolish. Yeah, they'll give you a coupon to McDonald's for a double cheeseburger and your key card back.
Yeah.
So if you ever do a trade-in value, you maybe Carvana, but even then you're still losing margin. You go rent a car out for 50,000 miles, your car's going to be not that much different in price relatively. Like the usage rate on the depreciation curve is pretty stagnant after a couple years down the road. Part of that's probably because the batteries are expensive. And then you can just go buy your Model 3. So if this Model 3 you give us is making $1,000 a month and it's paid off, hopefully your new Model 3 payment isn't above $1,000, right?
Yeah.
And then now your car payment's paid for, and then you can always go sell your car whenever you want. We do 30-day contracts. Some people will keep the cars for years. Some people will
Even the
keep it for a couple
people who
months.
have their Cybertruck on order. I know a lot of people are like, how am I going to afford this?
Yeah, that's a great question. We have a couple guys who have the Cybertrucks on order. I mean, it's impossible to tell they're going to do rental-wise. I imagine they're going to
kill it.
They're going to kill it at first, and then it's going to taper down. Disclosure, we had someone reach out to us to potentially get one that's one of those resale guys.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $50,000 over MSRP.
No.
There's no chance in hell.
No. You don't need it.
Yeah, it'll be exciting when we get them. I think we'll see the differential in the Rivian and the Ford Lightning.
Yeah.
Because I think those are that same marketplace the Cybertruck guys will jump into.
Yeah.
Because I was driving the F-150 Lightning to Pizza Hut when we were buying pizza for the guys yesterday, and like, you don't get this in Tesla anymore. It's like kids are like pointing at your car.
Right.
There's literally kids and they're like, Dad, that's the new Ford F-150 Lightning.
yeah.
Like, they're still like excited about that. So I mean, the Cybertruck's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
It's a phenom.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see the differences between the 2023... I just threw up in my mouth. If you want to see the differences between the 2023 and my 2020 Tesla Model Y, click this video right here. That's going to be really helpful to you, pointing out all the difference, especially if you're shopping for a used car. See you next time.
Peace.